Well, looky here. There she is. A nice yellow dot queen that's been in and out the cell builder twice now. Luckily I found her again. I'm pretty happy. So there she is. She's now been screened out by the shaker box. I couldn't find her on the cell builder when I shook the rest of it through the shaker box from this colony, because basically this is the last one I'm doing this year, but this is critical, this one, for me, because I've got a lot of nukes that are going to be made next week and this week that are going to be out for mating, and I need these cells to work. I cannot have a dodgy queen that gets back in and rips them all apart, which can happen. But it's been a fantastic year so far, and the weather's set to be really good for the next few weeks, so I'm more than happy that I'm delighted that basically we've got what could be potentially a really good finish to the season. And even though it's gone bone dry, it doesn't really matter, because our queens will get mated and we can feed. That's the thing. Our flow's finished and we're now putting on bee escapes, and everything is just starting to shut down. We're getting all the colonies are starting to lay where we've requeened. It's all really good. These bees are pretty feisty this evening, but I've just made them hopelessly queenless. I'm just going to go off to my breeder queen now and take a frame of eggs and graft, because time is ticking. The clock is ticking. Winter is coming. It won't be long now before we're into the end of the cell building, which is another week or two at the most. I'm pushing it this year because we had a late start to it, and basically I'm not as organised as I should be. But overall, it's gone really well. And soon it will be time for just feeding, checking things. All these double nuke boxes that are 5/5 will be broken in half to become single boxes again, and then they'll give me other nukes as well. So there's all sorts of little finishing off to do. We're pulling honey. We're just stocking at the moment. We're not harvesting. And when I mean harvesting, we're not actually extracting. We're just stocking it so that we can get on with keeping the bees as happy as we can and getting them fed up after we've done the harvest. So loads to do and no time to do it in as usual. All exciting. But I think I better get this queen back into the colony next door before she takes flight and wrecks everything. Isn't she beautiful? She's going back in there, but I'm going to shake a few more bees off those frames first, because of those. So I'm just trying some banking here with some actual nurse bees in with the queens this time. This low row was banked before and I lost 2. That's 4 or 5 days ago. But this time I'm just trying it with some extra nurse bees in both lots. This is the new batch, this is the old batch. See how it goes. So look at these lovely cells that have all hatched while they're in the builder. That's what happens when you get to the end of the season and you keep producing and you think you've got everything under control. See, nobody's perfect. It doesn't matter. So these were some cells that I had in this double nuke, but the top is the finisher. So, but I know in there's at least 1 virgin queen running around each side. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually splitting down these boxes and going them back to 5 frames for the winter, because that's what I overwinter on. So I'll just have to basically check them through excluder, find the virgin, and I'll take those 2 top boxes away, and that'll be 2 colonies. So hey ho, you know, it's one of those things. Nobody's perfect. That's what happens when you try and do everything all at the same time at the end of the summer. Start harvesting, start treating. Just a lot of work. Anyway, it's been a good year, so I'm not fussed. I've got some good cells through, but they look great, those. It's just a shame that everyone is not going to be alive. It's the way it goes, huh?